Hey, you guys, it's Bree Billy. I am back with a video on relationships, especially incarcerated relationships, which meaning you have a man or woman, significant other that may be um, knocked up or behind bars, incarcerated. Um, so I've got two questions that I wanted to answer. So I will get to those in just a sec. Also, basically, this is the meaning of, well, not the meaning of, but um, when your significant other gets their time, and I mean actual time, not just um, being bonded out or however, actual time. When they get their time, you're taking their time with them. It's not just them taking the time and going through it, it's also you're going through it. So your significant other should be able to say, we're both going through this, not just me. It's not all about me. I made the mistake. We're going through this. I'm going through this. Yes, I'm the one behind bars, but you've also taken this sentence with me by being here and sacrificing and putting your life on hold. So, with that being said, if you don't have anyone like that, you may want to reevaluate your relationship if they're not seeing it that way, because they must see it that way because they're not the only ones going through it. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to one of those questions. One of the females, I'm sorry, my females. One of the females asks, "How do you resist temptation?" How do I resist temptation? I keep myself busy. You would like to keep a hobby, keep yourself busy. And there's some real crazy things that you can do to resist temptation. And sometimes it doesn't come. You can't force it. It just comes naturally. It's weird. It's a timing. So say for instance, I'm a do an example of what happened with me. Me and my boyfriend, which I love dearly, when we get into it, it's not about like something we've done to each other. It's maybe someone else is trying to get in between us. So this may have happened 3 times with us. We separated. And not really separated, but it's like we had to give each other some time. So the longest I remember is me and my boyfriend, we didn't like really talk a lot in 2 months. And that space brought us together. And you would think that space would wander you off to temptation, but it actually brings you so close together that for probably the next 8 months, you're going to be so close because just that distance, not be wanting to be away from that person, has brought you two together. So that's one thing that helps you with temptation, but you can't force that because who wants to leave their significant other? Also, resisting temptation is write a book of your relationship or whatever you've been through. Write a book. Me and my boyfriend, we had started writing books. Like, he would write to me. I started it. It was like a fantasy book. And I started writing, and I sent him the letter, and then he sent me a letter back continuing that story. So we would add on to that story and make a book. That's another way. So fighting temptation is all about you. Now, I can give an example of how I felt um, with that. Me and it was just horrible because we weren't on a good note, and I was trying to find validation in someone else, and that didn't work because I didn't want to be with that person. It's like a physical body. You're trying to pair that physical body with that voice that you hear. So you try to, oh, it's a net. You try to put the physical body with the voice, and that can lead you in bad places that you don't want to be. So just meditation, writing each other books. Sometimes even giving each other a little space can fight temptation. You would think that would bring you away from him, but actually that brings you guys close together. Okay, so my next question is say, what do you do? Wait, what do you do when you feel you can't take it anymore? What I do when I feel like I can't take it anymore, I go inside my head and I meditate to all the good times and then all the possibilities. Have you ever seen Last Holiday with Queen Latifah? She had a book of possibilities. Like, I think about those possibilities because my boyfriend, he's very talented, and I think about all the things that come with that man. Mm. That's the things I think about when I feel like I can't take it anymore. I think about all the good things and I write all the good things down. And because he's such a sweetheart and he's such a gentleman, it's just easier for me with that. So I can say throughout almost the 4 years, I may have felt that way about 3 times, and it just led me closer to him. Okay, my last question says, what made you stay? I'm gonna be honest, you guys. Love is not gonna always make you stay. You have to have that faith, love, and you have to be strong-minded. You have to be very strong-minded. What made me stay was I not only loved this man, but I felt like he was the only one for me, and we had some type of connection. Like, you guys, it is really real. Like, I can sense when he's not doing good. I can sense when he's sick. I can sense when he's upset. I can smell him. I can still smell him after these years. I can taste his breath in my mouth. Like, it's so much of a connection. Like, we're one and we're not even married. But I don't even think the marriage defines. I just think the love defines that. But having that bond and that word from God, you know, that makes it whatever. But you have to have faith and you have to have that strength. If you feel deep down in your heart that this man is not for you, he's probably not. Or this woman, he or she's probably not. But you have to ask yourself, what is in this person is worth fighting for. So those are my 3 answered questions. Please subscribe and like this video, and I will and leave comments with questions, and I will be back with more answers. And yeah, that's it. I will be back. Just comment below because I'm starting to get weird now. Bye, you guys.